If you or a loved one is undergoing chemotherapy, immunotherapy, or recovering from cancer surgery, you know that eating can be a real challenge. Cancer treatments often bring side effects like mouth sores, dry mouth, nausea, fatigue, and even changes in taste. These issues can make it tough to get enough nourishment. That's why I'm here to talk about the best soft foods for cancer patients. Foods that are chemo-friendly, easy to eat, and gentle on the mouth and stomach. Hi, I'm Joey. I help cancer patients, survivors, and caregivers feel a little less alone and a little less afraid by sharing real stories, practical tips, and science-backed insights on treatment and nutrition. In this video, we'll cover soft, solid foods, as well as simple smoothies, soups, and drinks that can make mealtime easier. I'll also share tips for dealing with mouth pain or swallowing problems, and include options for special diets, so everyone can find something that works for them. You're not alone in this, and I hope these ideas bring you comfort and nourishment during treatment. Before we dive into specific foods, let's briefly talk about why soft foods help. Soft foods are items that are easy to chew or don't need chewing at all. Think foods you can mash with a fork. When treatments have you dealing with mouth soreness or difficulty swallowing, soft textured foods can be a lifesaver. They go down easier and are less likely to irritate a tender mouth or throat. Plus, many soft foods are mild in flavor, which can be helpful if strong tastes suddenly bother you. Remember, during cancer therapy, your body may need extra calories and protein to maintain strength and heal. So the goal is finding gentle foods you can actually eat, even on days when your appetite is low, to fuel your body. Every bite or sip counts. Smoothies and shakes. Sipping your nutrition. One of the easiest ways to get nutrients when you're not up for chewing is through smoothies and shakes. Homemade smoothies are fantastic if you're having a hard time with solid food or just not feeling hungry. You can sip on them slowly and still get vitamins, protein, and calories. The great thing is they're highly customizable to your taste and needs. You can blend together a lot of cancer-fighting foods into one drink without much effort. For example, you might toss in fruits, which provide antioxidants and vitamins, leafy greens like spinach, packed with cancer-fighting phytochemicals, and a source of protein. Here's some examples. A fruit smoothie. Combine a ripe banana, great for energy and easy on the stomach, with a handful of berries, rich in antioxidants. A spoonful of almond butter or peanut butter for healthy fat and protein, and some milk or a dairy-free alternative. Add a few ice cubes or use frozen fruit to make it cool. A cold smoothie can be soothing if you have mouth sores. Make a green protein smoothie. Blend spinach or kale. Don't worry, the fruit will mask the taste with mango or banana, a scoop of protein powder or Greek yogurt, and your liquid of choice. This gives you protein, fiber, and micronutrients in an easy-to-sip form. If you need dairy-free or are vegetarian, use plant-based protein powder, like pea or soy protein, or silken tofu for protein, and almond, oat, or soy milk as the liquid. Make a chocolate peanut butter shake. If you have a sweet tooth or need to pack in more calories, try a smoothie with a cocoa powder, chocolate protein powder, peanut butter, a frozen banana, and milk or soy milk. It's like a treat, but also gives you protein and potassium. Smoothies are great because you can adjust the consistency. If your throat is sore or you have trouble swallowing, make your smoothie a bit thinner with extra liquid so it goes down easily. On days you feel nauseous, keep the flavors simple and avoid very sweet or strong flavors. You could try a mild vanilla smoothie or add a pinch of ginger. Ginger can help calm nausea. For example, a pear ginger smoothie with a little cinnamon might be gentle on your stomach. And don't forget, you can sip slowly throughout the day. You don't have to finish all of it at once. Soothing soups and broths. When chewing is difficult or your appetite is low, soups and broths can be real comfort foods. They are warm, or you can have them cool. They are hydrating, and you can pack a lot of nourishment into them. A good soup is easy to swallow and doesn't require much effort to eat. Plus, the moisture in soups helps if you have dry mouth or difficulty swallowing. A creamy or brothy texture is much easier than something dry. Just be sure to enjoy soups warm, not piping hot, since very hot foods can irritate a sore mouth or throat. Some chemo-friendly soup ideas include bone broth or light broth soups. Sipping on bone broth or a simple vegetable broth or chicken broth is a great way to stay hydrated and get some electrolytes and protein. Bone broth in particular contains protein and minerals that can nourish your body when you can't keep down solid food. You can drink broth straight from a mug. Make chicken and vegetable soup, a classic chicken soup with very soft cooked vegetables, carrot, celery, potato, and tender chicken can be both soothing and nutritious. The chicken provides protein and B vitamins, and the veggies add vitamins and cancer-fighting antioxidants. Cook everything until it's very soft. If needed, you can even puree the soup slightly, so there are no chunks. This soup is gentle on a sore mouth, and the warm liquid can feel relaxing. Make pureed vegetable soups. Think butternut squash soup, carrot ginger soup, or creamy tomato if acid isn't an issue for you. These soups are naturally smooth. For example, butternut squash is rich in beta-carotene, a nutrient that supports the immune system, and when blended, it has a comforting, creamy texture. You can boost calories by stirring in a bit of cream or coconut milk for dairy-free, or topping with a swirl of olive oil. If you need extra protein, mix in some Greek yogurt or silken tofu while cooking. It will blend in and you won't even notice it. Lentil or bean soup. If you're up for it, pureed lentil soup or split pea soup can provide plant-based protein and fiber. Make sure it's cooked until very soft and puree it. These soups are hearty and filling, which is helpful on days you can only manage a small bowl of food. For vegetarians, this is an excellent way to get protein. If you have trouble with fiber, you might try blending it extra smooth so it's easier to digest. The beauty of soups is that you can make a big batch and freeze portions for later. That way, when fatigue hits and you don't have the energy to cook, you can just reheat a ready-made soft meal. Soups are also easy to enrich. Add calories and protein by mixing in some grated cheese. Even a spoonful of peanut butter works great in carrot or squash soup for a Thai-inspired flavor. Or use milk instead of water for creamier soups. And if your taste changes due to treatment, everything tastes bland or off, try adding mild herbs like thyme or basil to your soup, or a squeeze of lemon for brightness if you don't have mouth sores. Avoid acidic ingredients if your mouth is sore. Little tweaks can sometimes make food more appealing. Easy to eat proteins, building strength. Protein is crucial during treatment because it helps repair body tissues, maintain muscle, and supports your immune system. However, high protein foods are often heavy or tough to chew. The good news is there are plenty of soft, protein-rich foods that are gentle to eat. In fact, many patients find they tolerate soft proteins best, especially if they have nausea or mouth pain. Let's go through some friendly options for protein. Eggs. Eggs are a superstar of soft food. Scrambled eggs or a soft omelet are warm, fluffy, and easy to get down. You can also try a boiled egg or a poached egg, but you want a fully cooked yolk. You want to avoid any food safety risk while your immune system is low, so fully cook your eggs. Eggs provide high-quality protein and nutrients like B vitamins and choline. If frying or scrambling, add a bit of milk or olive oil to keep them moist and extra soft. Dairy or dairy alternatives. Greek yogurt or plain yogurt is another excellent protein source that's already soft. Choose full-fat or Greek yogurt for extra protein and calories. You can enjoy it plain or mix in some mashed fruit for flavor. If you need a dairy-free option, look for soy yogurt or pea protein yogurt. This has more protein than an almond or coconut yogurt. Cottage cheese and ricotta are also high in protein and very soft. You can blend cottage cheese with canned peach or a bit of jam to make it sweet and smoother if the texture is lumpy for you. Smooth nut butters. Peanut butter, almond butter, or cashew butter can give you protein and healthy fats. They're easy to eat if your mouth isn't too sore. Have a sip of fluid handy as they can be sticky. You can spread nut butter on a soft piece of bread or on a banana, or add it to smoothies and oatmeal. If you have a nut allergy or need high-calorie options, seed butters like sunflower seed butter are similarly soft. Tender fish and poultry. Fish is one of the easiest meats to eat because it flakes apart and can be very soft when cooked properly. Steamed or baked salmon, cod, or tilapia are great options. They provide protein and also omega-3 fatty acids, which have anti-inflammatory benefits. Omega-3s are considered good fats and may even help with inflammation and muscle maintenance. Just make sure the fish is cooked until it's fork tender. And of course, avoid fish with bones. You can also try canned tuna or salmon, mixed with a little mayonnaise to make it moist, tuna salad, and spread it on something soft, or eat it with a spoon. For poultry, shredded chicken or turkey cooked in a slow cooker so it's very soft, or ground chicken or ground turkey formed into soft meatballs. Always add gravy or a sauce to keep meat moist. Tofu and legumes. If you're vegetarian or just want a break from meat, look to tofu, beans, and lentils. Silken tofu can be blended into smoothies or soups for a protein boost without affecting taste. It can also be cubed and added to broths, like a classic miso soup with tofu. It practically melts in your mouth. Beans and lentils are higher in fiber, but if you cook them thoroughly, they get very soft. Try well-cooked lentils. You can even overcook them a bit and mash them with a fork. Or smooth hummus made from chickpeas. Hummus is basically a creamy dip. You can have it by the spoonful or on a soft pita if you can handle bread. And it provides protein and iron. Just be mindful of seasonings. A plain hummus or any bean dip without too much garlic or acid is best if your mouth is sensitive. Quick tip: to make meats or veggies softer, cook them longer and slower. For example, slow cooking meat in a stew will make it fall apart tender. And remember, you can always use a blender or food processor to puree foods that are normally chunky. Don't hesitate to add broths, sauces, or gravies to anything to help soften and moisten the food. This not only makes swallowing easier, it also adds extra calories, which is a good thing during treatment. For instance, if you want some vegetables, you can take cooked carrots and add a bit of olive oil or butter and puree them into a mash. The softer and more moist, the easier it is to eat. Comforting carbs and grains. Soft carbohydrates are a great source of energy, especially on days when you feel too tired to eat much. Carbs often have a mild taste and smooth texture that make them gentle on a queasy stomach. Plus, many soft carb-rich foods can be fortified to add more nutrition. Here are some comforting grain and starch options. Oatmeal and porridge. Oatmeal is a top pick for many cancer patients. It's warm, soft, and bland enough not to bother mouth sores. It's also high in soluble fiber, which can help regulate bowel movements and manage both diarrhea and constipation, common chemo side effects. If you find oatmeal too thick and you have a dry mouth, try adding extra water or milk to make it runnier, so it's easier to swallow. You can sweeten oatmeal with fruit if you like, or even stir in a spoonful of peanut butter for more protein. If you're gluten-free, use certified gluten-free oats, or try rice porridge, or try cream of buckwheat. It has a similar soothing texture. Mashed potatoes, or mashed sweet potatoes. There's a reason mashed potatoes are classic comfort food. They are smooth, creamy, and easy to eat. Potatoes are a good source of energy, carbs, and potassium, which is important if you've had issues with vomiting. To add calories and make them even softer, mix in butter, milk, or cream, or dairy-free substitutes like oat milk and olive oil. For extra protein, you can even stir in some powdered milk or a dollop of Greek yogurt. Sweet potatoes mashed up are also fantastic. They are packed with beta-carotene, an antioxidant, giving them that bright orange color. And they're slightly sweet, which can be appealing if you have taste changes. Just remove any fibrous bits, like sweet potato skin, to keep the texture smooth. Soft cooked pasta and noodles. Pasta can be a soft meal if you cook it a bit past al dente, so it's nice and tender. Easy options include macaroni and cheese. Soft pasta in a cheesy sauce is both high calorie and comforting. Or you could do small pastas like orzo or pastine, which are tiny pieces of pasta that go down easily. If you need gluten-free, there are gluten-free pastas made from rice, corn, or quinoa that also get very soft. Top pasta with a creamy sauce or broth to avoid dryness. For example, butter noodles or a gentle Alfredo sauce can work well. Nothing too spicy. If you can handle tomato sauce, go for a smooth marinara, non-chunky, but avoid if mouth sores are active, since tomato is acidic. Rice and other grains. Rice that's well cooked or even slightly overcooked so it's a bit mushy, can be very easy to eat. You can mix in some broth or gravy to make it easier to swallow. Rice can also be made into rice porridge by adding extra water or broth and cooking until it's a soupy consistency. This is great with a little shredded chicken or ginger for flavor. Other grains like quinoa or polenta, which is a cornmeal, are soft when cooked thoroughly. Polenta, for instance, becomes a creamy mass that you can enrich with cheese or dairy-free cheese alternative. Just ensure any whole grains are cooked until very soft, because fiber can be rough if not fully softened. Gentle fruits and snack ideas. Getting fruits and vegetables during treatment is important because they provide vitamins and cancer-fighting nutrients. But crunching on a raw salad is likely the last thing you feel like doing. The good news is many fruits and veggies can be prepared in soft, gentle ways. Plus, there are soft snacks and treats that can give you a nutritional boost or at least some quick energy when you need it. Bananas. Bananas are a go-to fruit for many people during chemo. They are naturally soft, easy to swallow, and usually well tolerated. A ripe banana can be mashed with a fork if needed. They're a great source of potassium and can help if you have diarrhea. You can eat them plain, slice into oatmeal, or blend into a smoothie. Applesauce and fruit purees. Applesauce is basically fruit in a soft, soothing form. It requires no chewing and is easy on a sore mouth. You can buy jars of applesauce or make your own by stewing apples until soft and then mashing them. Similarly, apples aren't the only fruit. You can try pear-sauced, mashed bananas, or pureed peaches or pureed pear. Also, canned fruits and juice are very soft. These give you some vitamins and hydration. If you need more calories, you can stir these purees into yogurt or even into your hot cereal. Avocado. Don't forget avocado, which is a wonderful soft food. Avocado is creamy and mild, and it's packed with healthy monounsaturated fats and vitamin E. You can spread ripe avocado on a piece of soft bread or cracker, or just eat it with a spoon, maybe with a pinch of salt or a squeeze of lemon. Skip lemon if mouth sores. It's calorie dense, meaning even a small amount gives energy. Perfect for days you can only eat a few bites. Mash it up to whatever consistency you need. Avocado also plays well with special diets. It's naturally dairy-free, gluten-free, and fits vegetarian, vegan diets. Yogurt and soft snacks. We talked about yogurt under proteins, but it doubles as a snack or even dessert if you add vanilla or fruit. Gelatin Jell-O is another classic soft food. While it doesn't offer much nutrition by itself, it's an easy-to-swallow snack that can hydrate you. Gelatin is mostly water, and it can give a bit of sugar for a quick energy. Sometimes when you can't keep much else down, a cup of Jell-O or flavored gelatin cup is better than nothing and feels soothing on the throat. Popsicles and ice chips. If your mouth is really sore, cold treats can numb pain and also help with hydration. Many patients swear by popsicles. The cold can ease mouth sores and also help combat nausea, especially if they're fruit-based and not too sweet. You can use store-bought popsicles or make your own from pureed fruit and water. Or you can add coconut water to get a few extra nutrients. Even simply sucking on ice chips or an ice pop before a meal can dull pain in your mouth enough to let you eat a bit more comfortably. Just be cautious. Occasionally the cold can be too intense for sensitive teeth or cause discomfort. So see what works for you. Herbal teas and ginger drinks. While not exactly food, certain drinks can act like soft food helpers. Ginger tea, chamomile tea, and peppermint tea are known to relieve nausea and digestive upset. Sipping one of these warm teas, not hot, can soothe your stomach and also add to your fluid intake. Ginger in particular has been shown in studies to reduce chemotherapy-related nausea. So having ginger tea or even ginger ale flat to avoid carbonation bloating you might be useful. When it comes to fruits and veggies, cooking them well is key. For veggies, steaming or boiling until they're very soft is the way to go. You might try mashed carrots or turnips, pureed peas, or well-cooked mashed cauliflower, which can be like an alternative to mashed potatoes with some added vitamin C and folate. If raw salads are out of the question, you can still get greens by blending spinach or kale into soups and smoothies. You won't even notice them. It's okay if some days you can only manage bananas and other days you can handle a bit of more variety. Do the best you can and celebrate the small victories, like finishing half a bowl of soup when yesterday you only managed a few sips. The key is balance. Even if you have to have some Jell-O or popsicles for your throat, try to also get some protein or fiber in later to keep things steady. No matter what diet you're on, food safety is important. Treatment can weaken your immune system, so stick to pasteurized juices, dairy, and fully cooked foods. No runny yolks or sushi for now to avoid infections. Wash fruits well if you're eating them raw or just blending. Example, wash that apple before cooking it into applesauce or eating it. If you're neutropenic, very low white blood cells, your doctor or dietitian might give you more instructions on avoiding unpasteurized or probiotic foods temporarily. When in doubt, ask your healthcare team for guidance, especially if you need to avoid certain foods due to medications. They usually can connect you with a registered dietitian who can tailor advice to your situation. Eating during cancer treatment can feel like an uphill battle, but every small step counts. Celebrate the small wins. Maybe yesterday, all you could handle was a cup of broth, but today you managed a half a bowl of oatmeal. That's progress. It's okay if your diet isn't perfect or if you're eating the same few safe foods over and over. The most important thing is to keep yourself nourished and listen to your body. Some days you might tolerate one food and the next day that same food just doesn't sit right. That's normal when going through chemo or recovery. Keep trying different soft foods and don't give up if one thing doesn't work. There's a whole menu of options to test out. Also, don't be afraid to ask for help. Have friends or family prepare some of these soft meals for you, or even ask your healthcare team about seeing a dietitian or nutritionist for more ideas tailored to you. If you're losing weight or struggling to get enough protein, let your doctor know. They might recommend supplements or specific strategies. And remember to stay hydrated by sipping water, herbal teas, or broths throughout the day, since dehydration can worsen fatigue and nausea. I hope these suggestions for soft foods for cancer patients gives you practical ideas and reminds you that you can find ways to eat well during treatment. From smoothies full of nutrients, to warm soups that soothe, to easy snacks like yogurt and bananas, there are options even when eating is hard. Your body is fighting hard, and giving it fuel, even in small amounts, is one way you can fight back too. Be kind to yourself. Every person's cancer journey is different, and there is no one-size-fits-all diet. Do what you can, and forgive yourself on days when you subsist on just popsicles or mashed potatoes. Tomorrow is a new day. You're doing an amazing job by just watching this and seeking out information. Good luck. Stay strong. Take it one soft bite at a time. I'm rooting for you. Always consult your healthcare team for personalized advice. You've got this.